Gerald, let me ask you something here. We're in the process in the United States of furthering this police state, as you know, which really gets back to what you said earlier. They're just not going to give up power. They're going to do whatever they can to retain it. Will they be successful in the end trying to use U.S. citizens, meaning U.S. troops, U.S. police officers, former U.S. military, current National Guard, against the citizens of the United States to keep them in line? Will that be successful?
It's hard to tell because they could always, they'll do anything to camouflage the truth. As I said, when you looked at past rallies, you always see a small handful of people with masks on smashing windows, and that's who the media focuses on. Who are these small groups of people? They could be the police and the government agents themselves doing it to discredit the whole movement. And if someone is killed, again, by whom or for whatever reasons, the people will become outraged, they'll be in fear, and the government will be able to take control. They use it continually and throughout history. And I put nothing past these people, nothing. Read my lips, no new taxes. I didn't have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda. Will they use a pretext to enslave the people and have a lot of people back them? Yeah, they will.
Or how about we'll have the troops out of Iraq as soon as I'm elected?
Yeah, how about that one? How about change you can believe in and then bringing in the whole Clinton team, plus the people that caused the economic crisis to begin with, the Larry Summers, the rest of the team, the Geithners of the world, and bringing in half the Bush team with them on the military end, the same people that are waging these losing wars. I mean, it's amazing. It's insanity is what it is. And insanity, of course, a definition of it is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Change you can believe in? How about insanity that you can see?
Gerald, what about, we'll close with just two quick topics here, or they're not quick actually, but two major topics. What about commercial real estate? Because we are seeing continued reports of hotels or chains in trouble defaulting on their debt. What about the commercial side of real estate?
It's being propped up the same way the banks are being propped up by the Federal Reserve, their TALF program, TALF. It was a termed asset-backed loan facility. I love the names they come up with. I mean, they're giving commercial real estate developers, free money, basically. That when they go bust, we'll have to pick up the tab. And they're going to keep that window open for about another 3 to 6 months. So they keep propping it up, even though it's failing. The nation is well overbuilt, overstored, more office space than you could ever utilize, and it's crashed. Again, the collapse has happened. They're only propping it up with paper pillars of funny money.
And how about the college crash you are predicting? Can you elaborate on that, Gerald?
Well, first we had the subprime problem, and then we had the whole leverage buyout deal and all these mergers and acquisitions. That was really the credit crisis squeeze that happened, not the subprimes, but they like to blame it on the little people. And then we're going to have the commercial real estate crash, again, for the same reasons, overbuilding, overspeculation, and doing it with no money down. And now the college crash. That's going to be the next big one for a variety of reasons. Colleges have overbuilt just like they have with commercial real estate and residential real estate. Number two, why are you going to send your kids to college? To get a degree in what? Business administration? And then what? After being, $30,000 in debt? Get a job at Sports Authority? Oh, that'll be terrific. There's no jobs out there for kids graduating college. They'll be lucky to make $15 an hour after spending $100,000 to get an education. So enrollments are going to continue to shrink. Colleges are going to come under enormous pressure. They've overbuilt, overexpanded into fields way beyond their capabilities of what they should have been doing, particularly in the sporting arena. And you don't go to college to learn, not to play soccer or football or baseball or basketball. And they went into fields that are not going to provide a return on investment because they were popular on TV. Like, how about becoming a forensic scientist? I mean, how could colleges all around the country have courses in this? How many forensic scientists they need? Oh, no, but it's popular on TV. How could they be so shallow? The reason, Eric, they could be so shallow is because these are the leaders of our education system, and this is why America no longer wins places or shows an OECD data, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development data, when it comes to education, because the same political imbeciles are running the education system.
Gerald, one last thing here. The government, as you know, is encouraging what essentially is criminal fraud with regards to the bank's balance sheets. And there's essentially almost going to be, or there is right now, a strangulation in terms of the bank's ability to lend money, even to well-capitalized individuals, because really the system's insolvent, right? And that gets back to a report that I heard you talk about on the air from Deutsche Bank, that in 2011, over half of the homes will be worth less than their mortgages in the United States. Is that correct?
That's right. And then we're going to see also ghost malls popping up all over the place. You see all the foreclosed homes. It's only going to continue. Again, they're papering over the problem. There's no recovery. It's a cover-up. They papered it over with fake money. The money game's going to run out, Eric. Then what do? Even if the banks could loan, who are they going to loan to? What's the effective unemployment rate, 20%?
I would say that it is at 20% because, as you know, they don't report the numbers the way that they used to in the past, so we're very close to that at least.
So this is a consumer society, 72% GDP consumer-based. Without the consumer consuming, where's the economy going to go? And what kind of jobs are they going to create? They let go of the manufacturing jobs. The big jobs we had during the 2001-2007 boom were construction jobs, and they're gone.
Gerald Celente, founder and director of the Trends Research Institute, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Eric.
Thank you for joining us at KingWorldNews.com. Remember to tune in next week where we will have Jim Rogers and Luis Yamada. Also remember to go to our Gold Plus page for exclusive weekly interviews with Ted Butler and Gatta, and where we will continue the 4-part Systemic Failure series with Jim Willie, author of the Hat Trick Newsletter.